Good evening. My name is Catherine Carter, and I'm here to discuss John C. Maxwell's The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. We'll go over the qualifications of the author, the book's intended purpose and the target audience. I'll discuss some strengths and shortcomings of the book, and then we'll discuss whether or not the author achieved his intended purpose and whether or not I would recommend this book. As far as qualifications go, John C. Maxwell was started as a young pastor. He stepped into established churches and had to win over the likes, the trust, and acceptance of already developed congregations. And then he also founded many churches and had to kind of build a following of people. He provides leadership seminars and conferences, in his words, around the country and around the globe. He talks a lot about people who approach him with stars in their eyes at his conferences, talking about the information that he's provided them, the skills, the leadership skills that he has taught on have really changed their lives for the better and turned them into effective and persuasive leaders. John C. Maxwell also makes the comment that he spent more than 30 years in professional leadership positions, which I'm sure provided him with a lot of experience and anecdotes to draw back on for this book. So the intended purpose of this book is to outline the 21 laws of leadership, regardless of your station, your prior leadership experience, level of interest, regardless. If you are already a leader who wants to expand on their knowledge and skill set, or if you are someone with no leadership experience or knowledge and you want to step into the leadership world, this book is for you. John C. Maxwell says, whether you are a follower who is just beginning to discover the impact of leadership or a natural leader who already has followers, you can become a better leader with the guidance of these laws. So, strengths. Maxwell did an incredible job outlining these laws in a well-organized structure with anecdotes, explanations, and then suggestions of how to take this information and apply it into your daily life, into your daily practice as a leader, formal or informal. The multiple examples and anecdotes really make the information easy to understand, relevant, and interesting. You are looking at different angles of each law. It's not just explain and then example and then here's how to apply it. He really does a great job of shaping your understanding of each of these laws. Shortcomings, I would have liked more real-world application and examples. Maxwell talks a lot about his personal experience, which is important, but I think there was a little too much of his personal experience and not enough. I could have used more of the real-world application of these laws. And then these laws are intended for leaders in all stages, whether you have no experience or a lot of experience as a leader, and I think that's just not realistic. As someone with no experience whatsoever, this book might not be the best for you. The author absolutely achieved his intended goal. He outlined the laws in an easy to understand way, in an interesting and relevant way, and he used real life examples. For example, in 1998, when this book was written, Maxwell talks about the fact that over half of the current NFL coaches can be traced back to two people. Two individuals provided leadership training, mentoring, and coaching for the rest of the NFL coaches at the time, which I think is pretty incredible. And those two were Tom Landry and Bill Walsh. And then Maxwell talks about impact carries over. General Electric, under the direction of Jack Welch at the time, produced more successful leaders within their company who then left GE to become CEOs of other very successful companies at the time. For example, Rubbermaid and American Express. These are just two examples of real life applications of the laws that Maxwell does a really good job of explaining and applying the laws to real life. I would absolutely recommend this book to anyone who already has a base knowledge or experience of leadership. Like I said before, I would not recommend this to anyone who is just barely stepping into the leadership world and doesn't have any prior knowledge. This book may not be the best for you, but absolutely for the people in this MSN administration program, this book was incredible, relevant, interesting, and exciting to read. Thank you.